How's it going?
It's going.
Whoa, what's going on with your voice?
Yeah, don't mind my voice, guys. I've been down with the sickness. I see some people in the chat, especially one heck of a thrifter. I hope you're feeling better. Says she's been struck down with the COVID, the Rona. Not the Rona. Thankfully, I've somehow managed to avoid it all along so far.
Me too.
So good. But this is, it's bronchitis. It wiped me out for 5 days and I'm still feeling like crap, but definitely on the mend. So steroids and some heavy antibiotics helping to kick it. So I'm feeling well enough to talk to you guys, and I miss my peeps. We haven't done a show in 2 weeks.
It's been more like 3 weeks.
Yeah, I miss you guys.
2 shows. I was a little worried that we weren't going to be able to do this show because yesterday you still couldn't get out of bed hardly.
Yeah, I literally 5 days out, like taking a shower wiped me out.
Yeah, we had colds like a month ago or something like that, and I think yours just like came back at you and with bronchitis because I got sick when we had colds, but I didn't get anything of this, and I haven't been trying to stay away from you or anything because we work from home. It's like I'm just like whatever, I don't really care.
16 days. Oh, honey, that's rough. Yeah. I hope you feel better soon. We've been triple vaccinated. Not that is the answer. As we know, lots of people can get it with vaccinations and without. I'm just hoping that if it does hit us, eventually probably all going to get it. It will be a mild case.
I mean, with the new one, I think it looks like just about everybody's going to get it. Unless you live in the wilderness and you never come in contact with humanity, there's a real good chance you're going to get it. So I think we've avoided it, but it doesn't really mean a whole lot.
No. And I'm very prone to bronchitis and bronchitis. I have bad lungs, just for anybody cares, but, I have bronchitis pretty much every year. I haven't had it in a few years. I've been really lucky. And when I get bronchitis, because my lungs are bad, it ends up turning into pneumonia very frequently. And then I'm in a hot mess. And I have to be on really heavy antibiotics and like Cipro and stuff like that. So
more of a hot mess?
Even more of a hot mess. Yeah. So anyway, I'm really glad that this medication is definitely kicking in. I'm sure it's going to stick around for a little while, but the worst of it is past me. So hoping to feel a little bit better. I actually got some work done today. I haven't done crap in a week either. And then took a week off because my family was here for Christmas. So it's like, man, I feel like
we're behind already.
Yeah. It's the first week of the year and I feel like I'm behind in my damn resolutions.
Yep. Well,
I don't do resolutions.
I titled the show New Year, New Challenges because I feel like I will say, so when we did our last show, we did all of our numbers for 2021 minus our last couple of weeks. And I will say for me, I pretty much matched what I did last year or the year before with a gross of 140,000. But I'm not feeling so excited about 2022 because, man, my first week, it's been real rough. And we'll show you some of those numbers, but I don't know what's going on. But I'm definitely feeling the pressure of like, I gotta get back on posting stuff on Instagram. Maybe I should like take on another platform. I don't know. Luckily we each use List Perfectly in our businesses, so it wouldn't be too hard to like.
You need another platform. Yeah.
I just don't know which one. I really don't want to do Depop because they only do 4 pictures, and my first 4 pictures aren't necessarily the ones I would want to use. So it's just, I don't know. But I feel like we have a lot coming up this year, and hopefully we can figure out how to grow our businesses. I know you have big ideas of trying to.
I do have some big ideas. So. Yeah, I mean, I ended up doing about between 175 and 180 in gross revenue last year, which is good, a little bit up from the previous year. And considering I think 2020 was a bit of an anomaly with a lot of us selling way more online than we normally would because of the lockdowns and such. So it ended up being a halfway decent year. I was down on eBay by 20% and down on Etsy by 18% overall. 2021 versus 2020. So that means that my other platforms and other revenue streams made up for in excess. And that is definitely due to cross-posting and branching out to other platforms. So this year, my plan is, if you're in the boss group, you probably heard me talk about it a little bit in our Facebook group. If you're not, the link is down below. You should be there. It's a good Facebook group. My plan this year is to get warehouse space. I want to expand. I need to get everything out of the home. Get some warehouse space and hire a second part-time person, teach them how to ship. so that I no longer have to extend handling time when I go away, because we'd like to travel a lot for sourcing and other things. And I haven't been able to give up that part of the control of the business yet. And I'd like that second person to do occasional shipping, not every day. I'll do the shipping every day, and learn how to photograph and draft hard goods for me so that I can focus on what I do best, which is buying. I'm an excellent buyer. I know what to buy. I know what's going to sell. And I need to take the pressure off of me for the day-to-day stuff so that I can source better and more frequently. Mm-hmm. So that's the plan, which means warehouse space is not cheap here. It's anywhere from 75 cents to $2 a square foot. Warehouse or commercial space in any type. I might rent a second home.
Which is crazy because from what we've seen, there's lots of it that's been sitting open for
there's
years.
So much. There's so much. So I need to find some place close within 15-minute drive each way. Otherwise, it's going to be hell going in there every day. Mm-hmm. Commuting in the city can be difficult depending if you're on one side of the valley to the other. So it's tough. It's going to be a tough find. I need to find privately. So I'm putting it out there into the universe. Any of my warehouse people, any of my Vegas people know of anyone looking to sublet or let lease warehouse or office space, 1,500 to 2,500 square feet. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Miss Florida Sunshine, I think, has a potential point. I think the slow sales right now are due to everyone being sick or taking care of those who are sick. At least I hope that's all it is. Let me tell you guys, we talk about, sales fluctuating, and especially with like eBay, we call it the EKG, where you see that go up and down, up and down. Okay, so I haven't even told Vikki this, but I got to show you one of the days this week what my 7-day numbers were. I took a screenshot of it because I was like, this is the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know if you're going to be able to handle it. Hold on a second. Let me see. It is rough.
What the hell?
Guys.
Did you close your store?
100. So it's
what is that last 31 days? What is wrong with you?
I know. So you see, she's like freaking out. So last 7 days, 100.
I am not going to be keeping you in the lifestyle you have grown accustomed to.
Come on.
You better hustle that ass. I am not.
I know, seriously. Mama. But seriously, guys, look at this. So it is up from there. It's not quite this bad, but I'm still under 1,000. And literally less than 2 months ago, I was up to $7,000 for the last 31 days. And now, it's so crazy how fast things can go horribly, horribly wrong. But seriously, look at all of these 0 sales days. And I don't think I've seen numbers like this since my very first year selling, when I didn't hardly have
I am not
listings.
Your sugar mama.
All right. And again, this is just eBay, but I will be showing my full numbers. But seriously, guys, I was like, it was the point where I was just kind of laughing because it's like, what do you even do? What do you even do, guys? I don't even know. What the heck? Anyway, so I thought,
close that out. You're freaking me out. Close that screen out right now.
Right now, just get rid of it. Get rid of it.
That's terrible.
Oh my goodness. It's seriously
ugh.
I'm just trying to show you guys my pain. Okay. My goal, I'd love to be able to hit 2,000 every week on eBay, which, a lot of times that doesn't happen. But at least across all my platforms, but, man,
that's rough.
Seriously.
So guys, our last show that we did, which was our year-end show with our year-end numbers, we also had a year-end show where we talked about giving back to a local family here in Las Vegas. We wanted to pay it forward, and you guys really came out in force. So I just wanted to briefly touch on that. I know that the woman that we helped ended up commenting on her GoFundMe a few times. So if you were able to go in there and take a look, then you saw we were not the only people sharing the GoFundMe, but I do recognize a lot of the names and do know a lot of you guys that contacted us and let us know that you donated. Just want to let you know that by virtue of our little tiny channel and our show, we raised just under $2,500 from that one show to help this family. So I want you guys to give yourselves a round of applause, because honestly, that's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. And then we also had set up as a contest that if you sent me a screenshot privately through either through Messenger or through email, we were going to choose somebody randomly to win a prize, a $50 digital gift card to eBay, as well as a little swag package. And so we did choose the winner. We're not going to announce the name on here, but you will be contacted, just because this isn't really about making it public who gave what or anything like that. This is just
right. That was why we wanted you to tell us privately.
We wanted to
but we're going to go ahead and contact you. We're going to put together a really nice swag bag of all kinds of good stuff, and a $50 gift card.
Yep.
So we wanted to let you guys know that.
Last thing before we get into our regularly scheduled programming. So I think we talked about it on our last show, that Teresa's really been taking the lead on this, but part of our whole boss branding, boss reseller remix, Teresa has created a boss meetup group, virtual meetup group.
Yep.
And so we had, I think I put like the link to find that to be able to join it. But now we want to announce that this Wednesday on the 12th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, so 6 o'clock Eastern, is going to be the first virtual meetup meeting. And so we really encourage you guys to go ahead and be a part of that with us. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen here. There's a link below. If you click on the link below, it's going to take you to this page right here. And so Greg, I don't even know how you say his last name.
Araujo.
Oh, I think you're probably very wrong, but I don't know.
I'm sorry, Greg, if I slaughtered your name.
So eBay's product manager for Seller Hub performance pages, he's going to come on and talk about and go through like all of this stuff with the performance tab, which I think is cool because I feel like there's stuff in the Seller Hub.
There's so much stuff. Idea. The Seller Hub is so convoluted, and I feel that most of us only use very little of its power. So I'm interested in learning more about it for sure. I go in and try, and play around in there, but sometimes I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at, right? And I know I'm not the only one. So I'm interested in doing that. One of the things that we talked about, we've been talking about for the last several years, when we decided to come together and have our Boss Reseller Remix, where we had everybody in person that we were able to have, we realize that there's such a power to community. We know this, and we've known this for many years. So we have our channel. This channel helps build community and interact with community. Those of us that watch our channel, those of you that watch our channel know that we don't do this for money. This is not a channel that makes money. And that's okay. That's not our goal. Our goal is to build community through our Facebook group, through our in-person reseller conference that, we intend to continue yearly. And this is just another way to touch base. Katy helps me reluctantly sometimes run a local meetup here in Las Vegas, but it's not the same. Those are just for local people. And it'd be great if everyone had a local meetup available to them everywhere that they wanted to go. But a lot of people don't and can't get to a local meetup.
And we like hanging out with people who are not in our geographically local area. So definitely come and join us. It says on here Mountain Standard Time because Teresa's in Phoenix. And they have, they're on a whole nother planet of time.
Yeah.
So, but it's 3 o'clock Pacific time. But seriously, come and hang out with us. Come join us. I think it's going to be really cool. And I know I'm looking forward to learning some more stuff about the performance tab because I basically just go click on the traffic and that's all I really.
Yeah. Make sure that you sign in through using your eBay portal. There's a couple of reasons why we are hosting it on the Bevy platform through eBay, but also that helps us figure out and track attendance, which helps us in order to get people from eBay to come and speak virtually and come into these meetings. So the better the attendance, the more reach that they feel that this is getting, the more that they're willing to invest their time in the meetup itself. So that helps all of us. Okay. So if you would please go ahead and register.
You got to go and
it's free. It's free just to let you know everything's free. But you need to go in and register using your eBay seller name.
Yeah. All right, enough about that. Let's get into our regular show. So it's Sunday Live Haul, guys. We break this up into 3 parts. The first part of the show, we go over our real numbers for the week, our gross numbers across all our platforms. We take out some of the costs and kind of give you the rundown of how we've been doing for the last 7 days. And then in the middle part of our show, we look at some of our sales highlights, some of the cool stuff that we've sold, either because it's a really cool sale or we feel like there's something educational about it. And then the last part of our show is where we do our actual haul. We show you some of the cool stuff that we picked up recently that we're hoping to sell for big money. And so, yes, Gail, there's a link
down below the show, but also just go right to your dashboard on ebay.com. You go to find a local meeting. You can find it that way too.
I find it very difficult to find it that way, but
okay.
I couldn't find it. I think because sometimes some people have different things on their Seller Hub. I don't know. But yeah, the link below will take you directly to it.
Seller Hub. I didn't say Seller Hub.
Well, then I don't. You say Seller Dashboard. I can't freaking find it.
Okay. We'll use the link down below then because Katy can't figure it out herself. So there you go.
Yeah. If I can't figure it out, I'm guessing at least 1 or 2 of you aren't going to be able to figure it out. All right. So let's jump into our numbers, and you'll see that my eBay numbers came up slightly from
Jesus.
that horrendous.
That's embarrassing.
Why do you have to make me feel so bad?
You should feel bad.
That's all right. Anyway, so this is our sales.
I haven't even worked in a week.
What's your point? Why I think you need to learn the subtle art of not being an asshole and not rubbing things in. Here's my real question. What did you have for lunch yesterday?
Tomato soup and a grilled cheese.
Who made you that tomato soup and grilled cheese?
That would be you.
And brought it to you in bed.
On a tray even.
Yeah.
That'd be you.
You jackass. All right. I should have let you rot. Okay. So I had 9 whole eBay orders, 7 on Etsy, 2 Instagram, and then 5 on Grill and Mercari for a total of 23 outgoing orders, which is real sad even for me. I generally do around 35 or so. eBay, yikes, $705.03. Etsy, $403.34. Instagram, back in the game, $250.
Look what happens when you actually post to Instagram.
I know. And Grilled and Mercari together, $261. So I still managed to eke one out a little over $1,500, $1,619.37. Real sad, guys, for me. Shipping $59.96. Man, you don't spend as much on shipping when you don't sell anything. And then you can see the fee breakdown there, and then cost of goods $150. So my net total sales $1,255.92. And you can see my gross average sale price just over $70, which my goal is always to get at least $70.
Well, it's not that hard when you only sell 23 things.
Yep. You're still a dick. And my net average sale price $54.61. So those numbers are good. I don't know what's going on with the eBay. I don't even know. It's just weird. Everything like fell off a cliff. And it's pretty abnormal. So who knows? I just got to keep moving forward and trying to see if I can build up some of my other platforms.
All of the people that buy your t-shirts are broke now. It must be after the holidays.
Yeah, it's possible. Who knows? Let's go ahead.
Keyline kisses in the chat. Hello.
Mm-hmm. Hello. All right. Let's go ahead and look at your numbers. Definitely.
Well, this is not fantastic, but it's good. It's not a bad week. So I haven't listed a single thing anywhere since last Monday. I just started listing today. So honestly, considering I haven't literally done anything except ship, this is not a bad week. So I did 33 sales on eBay. There was nothing on Depop, but I did have 5 on Etsy, 4 on Thrilling, 15 on Poshmark, 1 lonely, pathetic Mercari order for a total of 58 sales. I did 1644, I'm going to round up, on eBay, 633 and change between Etsy and Thrilling, 804 on Poshmark, $28 on Mercari for a total of 3,100 and change across all platforms. So this was a good week.
Yeah, pretty good.
I like to be at 3,000 a week. 3,000 and up is good for me. So 287 on shipping. I did have a couple of international orders. My shipping is always higher because, I sell hard goods and bigger items. eBay fees, Etsy fees, Poshmark fees, Mercari fees, total fees, $704.57. My cost of goods is always relatively low because I'm cheap. We all know. So $143 for my cost of goods left me a total net of $22.62 for the week, $53 and change for my gross average sale price. I do like to be over 60 or 65. I ended the year, I think, at like 56 or so. And then my net average sale price is just under $40. Let me just answer Gail real quick. Your eBay seller ID is your store name, honey. That's what you log on to your store with.
Should be. Your
store name or whatever you use to log on to eBay. That's your seller ID.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on your numbers?
No. 22, almost 2,300 net for the week. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Well, Paula says that, she actually beat me this week, and now she's coming for you next.
All right. Come at me, Paula. Come at me. It's the pink streak in the hair, I'm telling you.
Be careful, though, because she's ruthless.
I am. I'm competitive.
Yeah, she's...
I will Nancy Kerrigan you.
Well, wouldn't that
it would be Tanya Harding. I would Tanya Harding.
Yeah.
The kneecapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little cocky. We'll see who gets tomato soup next time. Yeah, you've used up all your care days.
Apparently.
as soon as you're ready to go.
This is what happens when you put me down for 5 days. I'm coming out. Full attitude today.
Oh man,
I'm gonna need a nap after the show, though.
It's true. She's gonna be real feisty, and then like as soon as we turn everything off, she's gonna go curl up and go to sleep.
It's true.
It's very true. All right, so let's go ahead and look at our sales highlights for last week. Actually, I went back a couple weeks because
I grabbed a couple that were more than a week old, but not many.
Yeah, because because she gave me like 10 sales, and I'm like, yeah, I don't have 10 significant sales from this last week that are worth talking about. And I had a few good sales the previous weeks that I wanted to be able to share. So
here you go.
Let's go ahead and look at what you sold. Looks like somebody
wants some grandma soap. So listen, this is not that this was a huge sale. I just wanted to talk about this because I picked these up at the bins. I learned this from Thrift to Travel. If you don't follow her on Instagram, she's got a great account. She has a YouTube channel as well. I've never seen the YouTube, but you guys all know I'm terrible. I don't watch a lot of YouTube. Too many damn YouTubers out there. I just can't. But anyway, I picked these up because I knew they were vintage. I knew they were older, and old vintage health and beauty aids sell really well. Now, a couple of years ago, I never would have picked anything like this up, but from following her on Instagram, I've learned over the years to actually just look at this stuff. I didn't even look it up because they came from the bins. I just threw them on my thing and took them. So, I mean, it cost me maybe $3 total. They were listed about a week and a half. They rolled into a 25% off sale. I sold 6 bars of soap for $60. I mean, come on now.
That's pretty awesome.
And the buyer paid shipping.
That's crazy.
So just keep an eye out for that. Those type of older discontinued things. People buy them for props. People buy them because they love old scents and especially the way old products work and feel. And when they discontinue them, especially hair products and lotions and things like that, as long as they're not like gross and cruddy inside, I don't know how else to describe it, somebody's going to want to buy it. So keep an eye on that. I don't know if they use them all, Gail. Some people buy them for display.
I mean, does soap really go bad?
I don't think soap goes bad. No.
I mean, no. Thinking what it's made of. Courtney is trying to make plans for our next remix and wants to know if the last day is a full day. So
yes, the last day is a full day, and it will end with a party that night. That
you really want to come that Monday through Friday because Monday night we have a meet and greet. This is all for October, and then Thursday night we have the
Thursday
party.
night is the dinner and the party, and that is just for people that have attended the remix, and that doesn't end until about 11. So yeah, it's definitely a full day.
You're gonna have some FOMO if you show up any later or earlier. Or leave any earlier. You're going to be missing out on parts of the event. So anyway, all right. So next up for me, I always like to pick up these old motocross.
I believe was that the one that I gave you?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
The one you gave me was just a long sleeve t-shirt, and I still have that.
Whatever.
These are like the actual like jersey shirts that they wear. They have like kind of the padding in the elbows, but I always pick them up even if they're stained and raggedy and worn, because they always seem to sell pretty well, and they usually have pretty cool designs on them. You can see if they've got kind of like the padding right on the elbow.
Oh, that's a cool one.
Anyway, so I picked up a bunch of them this last year and sold a bunch of them, and this one sold for full price that you see there, $97.99. I paid like $10 for this. I get it at yesterday's fits. They're never really priced that high. Because they're probably not something that people coming into the shop are going to pick up for a significant amount of money. But I paid like $10 for it, and it went to Canada. So yeah, I've made $100 on this. Went from $10 to $100.
Sweet.
Always, these are just kind of like, even though they go for a little bit higher price, they're pretty bread and butter because I can always count on them selling.
So this was an easy and fast flip, actually. Picked these up in an estate sale. It took me forever to list them. I think I had them photographed for like a month. Finally got them listed. They sold within 24 hours of listing, and they sold internationally. Buyer paid $36 shipping.
They're really cute.
They're very lightweight, thin bone china. Now, this particular designer also designs for Wedgwood. These are not Wedgwood. If you look at the tag on the bottom, if you go to the last photo, they're not for Wedgwood, but they are bone china. The hardest part about this was me actually figuring out what the hell the signature was, Susie Cooper. But I was able to Google Lens it because it's not something I was familiar with. I just knew that they were bone china and they were nice, and I thought they were cute. I think I paid $4 in an estate sale for all of them.
You mean you actually successfully used Google Lens?
I did. I don't know how.
I feel like it never actually comes back with anything worthwhile, but
yeah, I don't know how, but
impressive.
I did. Anyway, so they sold I mean, I think I probably could have held out for more. I know that there were some people that had them listed higher, but there were not a lot of solds. I'm perfectly happy to take $80 plus shipping
international
for 6 mugs, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? So I was totally fine with that.
Yep. Very good. Very good. All right. Next up, I have this cool
This
Bud Light shirt.
This is such a Deb shirt.
I know. She saw it. And
very Zach.
Yep.
Saved by the Bell.
Yep.
Deb shirt.
It's pretty awesome. This is like Zach in the Saved by the Bell of college years.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, I think where you think you're going. All right, bye. See you later. It's my show now. Anyway, I haven't had this for very long. I think I just got it within the last month. I love the colors on it. I feel like these pictures don't even do it justice, but really bright colors, awesome all over print. Didn't pay a ton for it. Paid for something that you would consider thrifted, I paid $40 for it, so definitely paid up. But I had it listed for this price you see here. But as any of you know that watch us with any regularity, I priced up with a lot of room for sending out offers. So when I am having not the greatest sales, I can give pretty significant discounts on my offers, and hopefully people will jump on them. And so this one I sent out an offer for $125, and somebody did grab it. And so I was pretty happy because it went from 40 to 125, and I really didn't have it long. It didn't sit in my.
Did you get this when we were with Deb and Mel?
No.
Okay.
I got this from yesterday's fits. But when I'm paying up for something, I especially am happy when it sells pretty quickly. So that money's not tied up and I can move on to something else.
Sure.
But I love it.
So I picked these up. This was not a brand that I was familiar with. A lot of times when I pick up boots or shoes, I go based on quality and how something feels and how heavy it feels. So these are suede boots, but they're very, very heavy and well made. I had never heard of this brand, but the brand is actually pretty high end. I picked these up at a Bins. I think I got these at the Bins in Portland.
Yeah. Maybe.
When we were visiting your family a few months ago, Salem, we were visiting your family. So they actually they didn't sell super quickly, but they sold for a great price. So what I pay like $3-4 picking them up at the Bins because they were a little bit heavy. So just nice suede, heavyweight, mid calf type boots. Just a brand maybe keep an eye out for. They were very nicely made. I used a suede brush, got them all nice and clean looking, and $97. I'm good with that.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Next up, I have this really cool Cure t-shirt. This one I got from yesterday's fits as part of a whole bunch of cool band promo t-shirts that Jesse had bought. And they're pretty cool because they're all pretty limited because they were specifically for like this express party bus that you would take to the venue. And so there's probably not a lot of them out there that you would be able to find. So if you're like, let's say a hardcore Cure fan who collects a lot of their stuff, this is the kind of thing you'd want to get your hands on. So I've had it for quite a while. I was actually there when he bought this shirt along with a few others. And so he pretty much just flipped it straight to me. I paid $25 for this particular one. And so I didn't mind sitting on it for a little while. And I ended up taking an offer for $160. So you see I have a price for $350, but I took an offer for $160 and it went to Japan. And so
you made an extra
$25, sold it for $160. It went to Japan. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool shirt and interesting.
It is a cool shirt. Hey, I just wanted to ask you guys gently, if you are somebody that watches our channel or came to our channel, but you are not subscribed, please click on the button and subscribe to the channel. Just lightly tap it and subscribe, hit the alarm bell so that you can get notifications. Even though we do our show pretty regularly, it always helps to have the subscriber count.
Yeah.
We do have about 25 to 30% of the people that watch our channel that are not subscribed. And we'd love to have you all subscribed.
Did you just say you were going to gently ask them?
Yes.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I was trying not to be a jerk.
Why can't you? I mean, you started the show off being a pretty aggressively jerky. So I feel like now suddenly you're like, oh, let me gently ask you. Listen, assholes, subscribe to our show now, damn it. Just kidding. Do what you want. Anyway.
Do what you want. Whatever.
All right. So that's it for that one.
So this one, I think I showed this in an unboxing video. I don't know if Pam is watching this or not, but I think I got this one from Pam. I bought a box. I bought several boxes from several of you guys, so they're all starting to run together for me. I apologize. but I think I got this one from Pam. And if I did, I paid somewhere around $10 shipped for it. This sold very quickly. And this is what I wanted to talk about too, right here. This is a beautiful, beautiful coat. If this fit me, I would have kept it. However, I had a ton of interest on it. I immediately had a ton of watchers on this on all platforms. I had cross-posted it. And because I had so many watchers on it, I had it listed for $100. I thought it was good, but I didn't think it was great. As soon as I did something that Teresa tells me to do. So I upped the price. I raised the price to $150 and it sold full price and went to Germany.
Nice. That's some seriously fat houndstooth going on right there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful coat. It was very well made and really nice. I liked it a lot. I would have kept it had it fit me for sure.
Why does it have to keep telling me?
Because you opened these on the same time at all the same time.
Whatever. Stupid. All right. Anything else?
No, it was a really great 1960s vintage coat. I love it.
I like it. All right. I sold the sweet WWF back when it was called the WWF, before the World Wildlife Foundation sued the crap out of the WWF. They became the WWE. WrestleMania 2 t-shirt from 1986 that featured Hulk Hogan, and I don't remember who else because I'm not that into wrestling. But super cool shirt. Really didn't have this for all that long. Paid like $40 for it, again, to yesterday's fits, as you probably have noticed if you haven't watched our show. See, look, you knock it off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, Wizard of Oz. I do buy the vast majority of my stuff from yesterday's fits. And so this one paid like about $40. It did sell for the price you see there, $209.99. It's a cool shirt.
Ooh, special.
It's a cool shirt. And you know what? There were other ones out there. Like, I feel like mine got...
It's really good, though. It's not faded.
No, it's in great shape. So, but it was a pretty nice little sale. I think it's a cool shirt. See, look, I closed it. We're on the same page.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't tell you.
What's going on eBay? I get it. It's like they're like, we're not going to let you have any sales, and we're going to harass you about this offer that's expired. You sons of bitches.
So Karen Hill asked, what do you guys think of the Goodwill blue box? Neither one of us have ever purchased from Goodwill that way, so I have no comment on it. I'm sorry. I have zero experience with it.
Yeah. No. All right, next up for you.
So I'm not sure if I showed this in a video or not, but I wanted to talk about, I paid $5 for this last minute when we were leaving an estate sale. It was broken. The woman knew it was broken. I knew it was broken, but I also knew that Danbury Mint dog stuff, no matter what it is, sells for a buttload of money.
Wait. I knew it was broken.
Yeah, okay.
We all knew it was broken.
All right. Everybody knew it was broken. So basically what's broken on it is at the very top, if you go back to the right there, the top where this little thing is right here, circle that, there's supposed to be a green lamp. It looks like a green banker's lamp, an awning type of lamp. So that's missing. And then on the bottom, chair rung has come unglued from that particular chair on the bottom.
Look, it's Ripley right there.
I know, it does look like Ripley. Anyway, it's super cute. And it's sold even broken and sold internationally. So the buyer paid like $60 to ship it because this sucker's heavy. I don't know why they sell for what they sell for, because let's be honest with you, Danbury Mint stuff is made like shit. This is like cheap resin, plastic crap. It's not like it's like very well made or anything. I don't know why they sell what they do, but they do. So even broken and damaged, somebody paid $60-something to ship it because it was over 5 pounds package. So it had to go priority. And they paid the price you see there, $187.46. It was listed for just a couple of weeks. It was on a 25% off sale. Had this been in mint condition, I probably would have sold it for at least $500.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, there it is again. Damn it. Jen says, I made a bet with myself about when Katy would voice her annoyance with that pop-up. I lost. Katy tuned it out way longer than I predicted. I'm pretty good at tuning stuff out. You can just ask Vikki. One of the nights that she was sick, she was like coughing all night, like crazy coughing. And then the next morning she's like, I'm one of those people that like you would just wake up dead next to me because you never like woke up. And the thing is, I did wake up multiple times to the coughing. I am just really good at, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like, am I supposed to yell at her for coughing? Am I supposed to like stay awake all night and stare at her while she's coughing? Or do I just do my best to ignore it and try and stay as unconscious as possible? And that is the route that I chose. But Vikki being, I'm going to gently say Vikki is a needy, sick person. And if she could have her way, I would stay awake all night to witness her pain every second as she feels sick through the night.
Yes, I need to witness.
She doesn't think ahead to, the next day, maybe I want my partner to be awake and not super tired so that she can take care of me better during the day. She just thinks right now, I feel terrible and I want a witness to my pain.
I do.
It's true.
I do. It's absolutely true. Also because I'm a super light sleeper myself. And like, if I'm asleep and I get woken up, I'm up all damn night.
Yeah. See, and she thinks like I just didn't hear her. Like I slept through it. I'm like, no, I did not sleep through it. I woke up 500 times to your hacking coughing. I just made myself go back to sleep because there literally was nothing I could do to make it better. There was nothing you can do.
She's so rude.
I know, I'm so rude. I'm an asshole. All right. Next up is this super cool Denver Broncos starter sweatshirt. So I actually had this for quite a while. I was at yesterday's Fits when they bought it. It's another one of those things where I was right there when the guy brought it in. Of course, I looked at it. I said, "Ooh, that's pretty. I like the print on it. I don't care about football, but I love the pattern and the print on this sweatshirt." And so I pretty much bought it right after they bought it. So I paid $100 because I think he paid like $10 less than that. And that's the thing that I love about Jesse is that he'll flip something to me right there. And he doesn't price it up hardly at all. To him, he's making a few bucks real quick and doesn't have to do anything. And so, but it needed to be washed and I kept putting it off because I needed to wash it by itself because of like kind of the way it's
the colors and the color.
Yeah. And I needed to use a color catcher. So it kind of sat for at least a month or so in my inventory room. And then I finally was like, I got to wash this and get this. I paid a lot for this. I need to get this up. And so I paid $100 for it. It sold within, I think, less than a week. It was like only up for like a few days. And somebody made an offer for $200. And I'm like, let me just have the money, man. I put $200 into this forever ago. I'll take that money. So I sold it for $200, but it sold super fast. All right.
Greg, I'm glad to hear you're doing better. I hope you're doing better. I was worried about you. All right. So this is something that didn't sell last week. It sold previously, but it sold. I took an offer for $175. This sold right before the end of our last video. I don't know if it was like the end of the year, right before the end of the year. So I took an offer for $175. I wish I had more. He would have bought more.
I have one. Tell him.
I didn't know you had one. He wanted them because it was long. He has really long legs, and I had to go and do a special measurement for him, like the waist to the crotch drop to figure out how the length, which is weird on an overalls. But he's like, they fit perfectly. He would have bought more. I just didn't have more. I had one but not the right size. So this was part of the Clothing Vault acquisition of the remainder of their stock from last year. So I've had it listed for about a year. But these types of things take a while to find the right buyer, like a lot of my vintage stuff, and I don't mind it. So $175, it was a pretty good sale. And the buyer paid shipping. And they were right here in Reno, Nevada. So the shipping was actually like $8 or $9, between $8 and $9. And I charged $15 because that sucker is heavy. It weighs like 5 to 6 pounds.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Next up is this sweatshirt. So I paid like $10 for this. I might have even paid $5 for it. This was on like the cheaper rack at yesterday's.
Is that really that faded?
Yes, it's super, super faded. It was super faded and worn. And I was just like, it says, I still call Australia home. I didn't know what this was, who this guy was, but it's Peter Allen. It's some sort of tour. So I'm like, all right. For the price that it was, I was like, no problem. It has like, look at that big hole in the underarm area.
The armpit.
Anyway, just really, really worn and faded. And I've had this for maybe a couple months. I really honestly didn't have it for very long. And it sold. I didn't put up my little thing to check the prices, but whatever. You guys can go and look at prices anytime you want.
Yeah, you're just going to have to rely on us.
Well, you can, anytime you guys want to look at our Etsy sales, you can always use flippertools.com to see what the actual price is. But this one was actually on sale. So it was priced at $99.99, but it was 10% off. So I sold this for $89.99, and it did go back to Australia. Whoever this Peter Allen dude is, some sort of entertainer, I don't know. Sold it for $90 and went back to Australia. So I probably made more like $100 with the shipping and everything. So,
all right. So this is one of those things I always talk about, old lady vintage clothing. Some sells, some doesn't. It's pretty hard to differentiate what's going to sell and what doesn't. For the most part, I don't pick up this kind of stuff. This just happened to come, for those of you that have been watching, I have one particular buyer that I had bought a couple thousand pieces from, and it was pretty much I had to take everything to get the offer that I had given to her. I was paying $4 an item. This is something I would never pick up in the wild, but this was one of those items I've picked up from her. And I've sold surprisingly a good portion of this crap that I would never normally pick up. And this is one of them. This actually sold on Etsy. I've had it listed for maybe a month or two. It's sold for $80 on Etsy. Why? I don't know. I don't know who's buying these ugly mother of the bride 80s, 90s crappy shit. I really have no idea because nobody should be wearing it. This stuff should be burned. However, somebody is buying it. So it sold. It sold for $80 and the buyer is very happy to have it.
All right.
I paid $4 for it.
Oh, of course, Susan Sanders knows who Peter Allen is. Song and dance.
Of course
man.
you do.
One of my favorites.
Susan.
There you go.
Susan, our Vegas drummer friend.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, Tommy, we can start over. Just hit rewind.
Yeah, it can play anytime. Juja, so Vikki doesn't have the flu. She has bronchitis. Or COVID. She tested what, 3 times?
Yeah, it's not COVID. I've tested 3 times. I've even done the throat testing just to make sure.
And she's been doing the Z-Pack and all this stuff. Like, it's definitely bacterial because it's pretty much knocked it out.
Yeah, I'm very prone to bronchitis.
Yeah. So she's just getting over that. All right.
I don't think I'll be over it for a while, to be honest with you. I think that this is bronchitis the hacking cough tends to last for a while for me. My head is super clogged and stuffy still, but I do think it'll be fine. I'm over the worst of it. I can breathe again and I can stay awake. So that's half of the battle.
All right. Next up is this ridiculous. I mean, I guess I put like dentist sweatshirt. I mean, I'm assuming it's dentist because it's like the tooth and everything, but it says nice things happen.
It's cute.
Nice things happen when you smile. Look at the cute little teddy bear. Who's kissing the tooth, which when you really think about it, it's a little weird. And when kissing my teeth, like, back off, man. But it's
what about somebody walk up and just lick your tooth?
Why?
I don't know.
Why would you do that to me?
It's gross.
So this is from 87, 80s. It's an 80s sweatshirt. I honestly didn't have this listed for very long. I got this not this week, but a week or two ago. Jesse had messaged me and was like, we're doing a weekend sale where everything's going to be buy one, go free off our sale racks. And so I got to go in the day early. And so I got this for $10 and it sold for $99.99. So really it was only up for like a couple weeks. And seriously, like, look how awesome it is.
It's pretty cool.
It's so ridiculous. I love graphics like this. They're just kind of weird, odd pieces, but sold it for $100. And it was not on sale because it wasn't listed long. It wasn't listed long.
It's a tooth shirt.
Yeah, tooth shirt. All right, what you got here?
So this is just a vintage gunny sacks, 80s gunny sacks, not the super desirable 70s boho peasant cottagecore gunny sacks, but 80s gunny sacks is still pretty desirable. This one is pretty cute, very tiny, but like picture like 80s. This is like Madonna era, right? Like early 80s Madonna era with like a goth flair.
I think it'd go great with some Doc Martens.
I think it would be awesome with Doc Martens. I think it would be awesome with a leather jacket. I think it would be awesome with a bunch of like beaded crucifixes like Madonna used to wear. I love it. It's super tiny. I paid $5 for this at an estate sale and it sold on Etsy for $129.95.
Nice.
Yeah, I love it. Not all gunny sacks is created equal. Okay. Some gunny sacks is going to sell for a lot. Some is not. This is one that's kind of in the middle. And I priced it high, not because of the name, but because of the style and the name. It's the combo of the two. I knew that someone would see this and realize that it's a really cute dress. I mean, I wish I had the body to wear something like that, but God, it's cute.
Super cute. All right. Next up is my awesome
Wonder Woman.
Linda Carter t-shirt. Yes, Wonder Woman. Exactly. It's actually one of my favorite slot machines is the Wonder Woman one. It's really cute. But I've had this for a little while, paid $15 for it. It's in great shape, but of course it's real tiny.
You had to I'm going to tell you that there is a huge gay fanboy that bought this. But he's very tiny. He's
Maybe
not
so.
huge. He's very tiny.
There are some women out there who also.
There are. I love Linda Carter, but I can totally picture a little tiny man would love this shirt.
Perhaps.
It's very tiny.
It is very tiny. But I paid like $15 for this. I had this listed for $200. So on Etsy, it was on sale for $179.99. Somebody messaged me and wanted to know if I would be willing to sell it for $100. And you know what? I was like, yeah, give me your $100.
It might have been her that bought. I mean, I follow her on Instagram, and
it was not Linda Carter.
Okay, I'm just saying, she's very sweet.
Yeah,
I follow her on Instagram and on Facebook. I follow her page. I love her.
Yeah,
she's adorable.
She is. But yeah, sold it for $100 for 15. So
she's definitely an icon. Definitely an icon. So I think I showed these in maybe our last haul video. These were a bins pickup. So I paid $2 to $3 for them. I think $2 because I think they're under £1. AGL, so Antonio Giusti is the brand. Antonio Giusti Lombarda, something. I can't think of what it is right now. It's Posh, of course, so I can't look and see what it is. Anyway, they sold not a full price listing, but a very solid offer at $75, and I paid $3, and they sold within about a week or two.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's they were also a good size. I want to say they were a women's size 11, which makes a huge difference. Women's size 11 is not an easy to find size.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
So I love it.
All right, next up, I have this George Strait t-shirt. This is like one of the best Mercari sales in a while.
My heart.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
I promise to.
Indeed, yes. But this is from that bulk buy I did in a Facebook group that actually Laura did it for me. She was like, hey, I think you want these shirts. And I wasn't approved a member of the group yet, so I couldn't make offers. And so she was my proxy and was very happy to spend $650 of my money. And I know I showed all this stuff to you guys. It was like 18 shirts altogether, 18 band shirts, and then like another like 6 or basically it was like 25 shirts altogether. I paid $650 with this sale, and I actually just sold another one of them today. I'm probably one sale away from making all of my money back. So 3 shirts of like the 26 of them have sold, and I've already just about made my money back. And so everything that going forward is going to be gravy.
Nice.
But this one cost me roughly $25-$30. And then I sold it for $199. This might be my biggest Mercari sale ever. They didn't even make an offer. They just bought it straight out.
Sweet.
Get it straight out. But just a really cool shirt, very small as well, but made some good money.
I love George Strait.
Yeah.
This was another decent Poshmark sale. This is something that also came from the Clothing Vault, their liquidation of their store. I was fortunate enough to acquire a lot of their inventory last year when they were getting rid of it because they couldn't sell any longer because they own List Perfectly. And Clara was not able to keep up with her selling, and she just wanted to get rid of it. So wonderful friends and wonderful ladies, and I was able to go and pick up the remainder of their inventory in Arizona. So this is one of those items. This is just an Italian-American club was what the patch is on it. And it's clearly like a racing jacket from the 70s. It's pretty cool with the Italian stripes going down the side. And it sold, I've had it listed again for about a year, but it sold for $105 on Poshmark, which I think is a good sale. Nice. Poshmark is probably my lowest average sale price platform because there are such low ballers on that platform that I tend to both send out lower offers and accept lower offers on stuff I'm trying to clear out.
Yeah.
There more than almost anywhere else. But yeah, I actually took a look, and my average sale price was like $57 on eBay, but it was only $40 on Poshmark last year. So I thought it was actually lower than 40. So I was actually surprised it was that high.
Did you listen to your voicemail?
No, I still haven't.
You still haven't?
No.
Drives me crazy.
You know what it is? I was dumb enough to fill out the information on a website. I'm looking to buy a new car, And I've been looking since July, and I swear, considering how these car salesmen are, it makes me not even want to buy a car because they call every damn day, email every damn day, and text every damn day. Like, come on,
they never
now.
have anything for you.
And they don't have what I want. It's such a pain and a waste of time, but I couldn't find the inventory without putting in my email address. Yeah. They're such jerks now.
Dumb. All right, my last one, this was my my bigger Instagram sale this week. I've been posting stuff again. This shirt I got when I went to ThriftCon, pretty much the day before our October event happened. Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. Not the first movie is still superior, but I will say Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise is actually a pretty good movie. It's super fun. It's not just more of the same because it's a whole new setting and it's just a silly, fun movie. So of course I had to pick this up. When I bought it with a bunch of other stuff. The guy originally said it was like going to be like $80, but then there ended up being a whole bunch of stuff of his that I wanted, and we did a bunch of wheeling and dealing. So I probably came out spending like maybe $40 on this shirt once it's all said and done between everything I got from him. And so I shared this on the old Instagram, and I got a message asking how much. And I had it listed on eBay for it was the $209.99 price point. And so I was like, well, I have it for $200 in my shop, but I'll sell it to you for $150. And he was like, great, awesome. So I sold it, and bam, $150.
You say you sold it to? You do it all the time.
What?
Why did you say who you sold it to?
No, they don't know who he is. He's married to Topanga, but anyway.
Boy Meets World Topanga, every teenage boy's fantasy in the 80s.
Yeah, so her husband. Anyway, he's a big vintage collector, which she is. Well, she started collecting vintage during the pandemic from watching
and she has
virtual
done posts with your wearing stuff she's bought from you before.
Yeah, she's bought a few things from me, but she just got into it like this last year and a half. And so, so this is the first thing I've sold to him. But I mean, come on, it's a cool shirt, man.
It is a cool shirt.
So I just need.
But you've sold to her for him.
She bought it for herself.
Oh, all right.
She bought it for herself.
Cool.
Anyway, so a nice little sale, and it just reminds me that I need to be posting stuff on the old Instagram because this shirt's been sitting on eBay for not a crazy long time, but for like a good month and a half.
That's pretty cool.
So
it's a cool shirt.
It is a cool shirt. I mean, come on.
So Michelle, I know now is not the time to buy. My ex was a car manager for many years, so I did learn a lot about the car business. He was a luxury car manager for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really frustrating. It's frustrating as a buyer right now. It's definitely a buyer's market. So, and it's not a necessity, it's a want. So
seller's market.
Yeah, it's a seller's market. So it's just like buying a house in this market. But I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for those dumb chips to come in. We have a car.
I know, but we want a car and we want to sell the one we have now while it's at the top of the market. So it's like, yeah,
it's a pain. I've been trying to buy since
before
July.
we put too many miles on it. I
am not interested in paying $5,000 to $10,000 over sticker price. Like, let's be real. I'm an ideal buyer. Like, I know what I'm doing. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, so I'm waiting for all these stupid chips to come in from the SUVs for the Nissans and the Toyotas and the Hondas, because that's what I want. I want a Highlander or another Pathfinder.
Speaking of the chips, I was just reading an article about, I feel like I don't know which printer it is. It's a Canon or it's not Brother. One of the printer companies, they usually put like a special chip in their printer ink so that if you use counterfeit ink, the printer won't work. Not all of them are like this, but it won't work, or it'll yell at you and try to say, hey, you're using counterfeit ink, which is just stupid. It's a racket. It's bullshit. But anyway, because of the issues with the whole chip thing, they basically are sending them out without the chips and then having to tell people how to bypass the thing on their printers that keeps you from being able to use it. Because the demand is there for their ink, but they don't have the chips. So it's just stupid. It's all dumb.
Yeah, Courtney, I'm glad you got a good deal. I've owned a Santa Fe. I had a Santa Fe the first year they came out. I loved it. It was actually one of my favorite cars. But yeah, I'm buying new. So, I mean, my car now is only 5 years old. It's not even 5 years old.
We really want a lease.
And I really want a lease, but I can't even get a lease because they're banging $5,000 to $8,000 onto your lease price.
Well, and on a lease especially, it's stupid. It's not even your car. So you're just giving it back. And then would you...
It's stupid on both things.
It is, but I feel like it's even worse.
I'm not eating your inflated depreciation. Right. Not going to do it. So,
because I mean, at least if you're doing it when you buy, depending on how the market is in a few years, you could still make that money back. But
no, you're screwed no matter what.
No. All right. Let's go ahead and do our haul. What stuff what do you got going on? I don't even know when's the last time you.
I haven't sourced in a couple weeks.
Well, you went to the bins last week, didn't you?
Well, I was sick this past week, so like a week and a half.
Not this week, the week last week.
Yeah. I don't even know if I have anything from that haul here because there wasn't a lot of good stuff, but I have some.
Okay.
You want me to just power through everything and then you do all yours?
Are you gonna take a nap while I'm doing mine?
No, I have a pretty good mix though.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess I'll do a couple of shoes first. Well, let me see what I got.
What you got? What you got?
So these are all bins finds, by the way, and I don't go crazy at the bins trying to knock all the bros out of the way to get the good stuff because I'll go and pick after, and I'm okay with that.
Bros.
But one of the things I picked up is, keep an eye out. Right now, the 90s aesthetic is really hot, right? I think we know about that. It's not just cottagecore. It's not just granny core. It's 90s aesthetic, 90s rave specifically, 90s grunge. That kind of stuff is really big. So this is actually...
Dance with my glow sticks, sir.
So these are actually vintage now. So these are Skechers, which normally I would not pick up Skechers. And you're going to see I have 2 pairs of Skechers here that I picked up. Because these are platform Skechers, and they've got that rounded toe. These are red suede. These are women's. These are that grunge look that's super in right now. I'm going to sell these for about $100, $125. I picked them up at the bins. They're used, but they're a good size. They're like a size 10. I probably would keep them if they were my size, actually. These are perfect with big wide leg jeans. Think Jenko jeans, but maybe not Jenko. Jenko's probably not as popular right now, even though they do still sell well. But big wide leg jeans with the lug sole, big baggy wide leg overalls, that whole look, that's what these are going with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those shoes were never my jam.
So those are definitely a 90s aesthetic. And right along with that are these. These are also Skechers. These are Skechers with the big lug sole. This is when Skechers were made really well. These are leather, and they're really nice leather. They're like, these are same type of quality as like a good Doc Marten, even though they're not Doc Martens. But these are 90s lug sole with a platform heel Skechers. Now, I did do a little bit of repair work on the heel here. Literally, I used some electrical tape because it was peeling. This black heel was peeling back right at the edges here. Nobody is going to notice it or care about it when the shoe is actually on their body. They work, and I'm going to disclose that obviously, but these are going to sell. These are so very like Gwen Stefani, like both of those shoes. Gwen Stefani in the 90s with early No Doubt when she had her whole little skater rave girl thing going on.
Those also were never my jam.
These are going to be maybe at least another $100, $125 in shoes.
I was all about skater shoes. Although I did have like suede simple skater shoes, like kind of like the ones that I had you pick up and that you sold them this year. Remember those simple brands suede shoes? I had ones like that were
at knees, that kind of thing.
That were blue.
I think they might both be a size 10. Yeah. I know the red ones are. I can't check the black ones, but if you're interested, I'll check for the black ones after. These are also a bins find. So these are just, I don't pick up all Converse, but Converse All-Star. These are the Doran skulls. So this is like a remake of a popular style, Doran, Doran. These again probably cost me what, $2 at the bins. They'll sell for $60, $75, something like that. Cute. These are super cute. I personally don't like the tall ones. I love Converse and I love Vans, but I don't like the tall ones because I don't like that on my ankles. They don't feel good to me. But anyway, they're a cool pattern. So I always pick those up. This is another pair that I picked up at the bins. These probably paid about $5 for just based on the weight. But if you see, like, I'm trying to show the logo here. It's HH. So it's basically, they're called double H. These are a roper, square toe, cowboy boot. They are clean, by the way. It doesn't look like they are, but they are clean. I've scrubbed them down with a brush and everything. They're supposed to look somewhat worn, and they do. But these, even used like this, I'll probably still get $75 for these.
Nice.
And they were like $4 or $5 from the bins. So I don't pick up everything at the bins. I don't pick up a lot of the bread and butter stuff there, but when I can get something cheap, yeah, I'm totally going to pick those up. Oh, and these also came from the bins. These are like vintage with a little Kelty flap here on the front, like vintage granny boots. I don't even know if these are real leather. I don't think so. I think they're pleather. And they have some wear on the bottom, but not much. These are a smaller size. Again, these are probably be like a $50, $60 boot.
Those are cute.
I like those too. So that's it for shoes. I'm going to talk about a couple of other little things that I picked up that are just weird, right? So I paid $2 for this. Laura will appreciate this, I think. So I have a picture of me when I was about 2 years old with one of these. This is early 70s vinyl Santa Claus blow up that is still in the package. So I love this. I think this is so cute. It's still in the package. I'm not going to take it out of the package, obviously.
Santa blow up doll.
It was like $2. And I'm probably going to sell this. There's a lot of these because they made them for a couple of decades. I'm probably going to list this and sell this for like $60 to $75. Vintage Christmas always does well. And hey, Danica.
Hello. Hey, hello.
Let's see. And here's another thing that I picked up. I think this one also came from the bins. This is Springbok. I don't always pick up puzzles, but Springbok is a brand that I will pick up when it's older, especially the round puzzles. If you find Springbok vintage round puzzles, those sell really well. This one is vintage Springbok from the 70s. Let's see the date on this one. They usually have Hallmark and Springbok combined. So I'd say this one is 70s, but it's sealed. So that's why I grabbed this one. Again, paid maybe $1 at the bins. This is going to be a $50 puzzle.
So I want to know how many people in the chat took part in the, what was it, the $1 million puzzle or whatever it's called?
No.
Huh?
No.
No what?
We did not.
Yes, we did not. No, we did not. Yes. Anyway, the $1 million puzzle. I want to know who. I know Laura did it. I want to know if anybody else did it. But what a good way to get people to buy your stinking puzzle, right?
Right.
It's pretty smart.
All right, so this I picked up at Savers. I think this was priced at $2.99. This is vintage, late 90s. I don't know why I picked it up, but I could tell the tag was old. This is just, it's got a tag on it. It's not Gemmy. But it's reminded me of a Gemmy kind of product. Basically, it's got a cat tail in it, and it looks like a cat is stuck in a potato sack. And it's got his little claws popping through. It shakes when you turn it on. Anyway, these things sell for like $50. I paid $2.99. I picked it up just because it was $2.99. I thought it was funny.
Ridiculous.
I don't know. It like vibrates and shakes, and it's like the cat's. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a battery in it, but I tested it. It does work. Let's see. This was a pretty cool find. Okay, so this is where I'm going to preface. I don't have the other item because I have sent it to where it's supposed to be. So I can't really talk about it, but at some point I'm going to talk about it.
You're not going to get arrested for it.
I'm going to talk about it. So basically,
ridiculous.
Right, so I was at the bins, and two things that I found that got thrown into the bins were clearly Native American items. So I grabbed them. They were vintage Native American until I got home and realized that one of the things was a Native American ceremonial fan, and it was made out of feathers, which again, gorgeous. I love that type of stuff. Well, it was made out of eagle feathers. 100% bald eagle feathers, which are illegal to own, illegal to sell, and illegal to possess unless you have the rights to own them. So I spent about 3 days on the interwebs trying to contact the National Department Federal Wildlife Conservation.
Convinced that at any moment the feds were going to come knocking at our door.
If you Google
to drag her away.
Listen, I'm just going to say, if you Google it, you're going to see how harsh they are about prosecution and the fines for that type of thing. I did not want that.
Of course, but that's more about
But basically, I wanted to make sure that it was going to get given back to somebody it was supposed to be given to. I did not want it thrown away because it was clearly a beautiful vintage piece. So Crystal, my Crystal that works with me, her family is Native American, and her grandmother actually lives on a reservation. That reservation has the license and the rights to own that type of item. So I gave it to Crystal, who is giving it to her grandmother, so that it will end up on a Native American reservation with the people that it belongs with, and it will not get thrown away and ruined. So I'm really happy that I was able to rescue that item. I'll show some pictures of it at some point. I did
Now
take
you're going to be
pictures.
arrested.
I know. I did take pictures of it, but it was given, and it was given back to where it was supposed to go because the government could not get back to me and give me the information. They were like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, well, it's your fucking law. How am I supposed to know what to do with it? Anyway, I thought it was really cool. But one of the things that I did keep that came with it, and that was there as well, is this crazy piece. So this is a coyote headdress. It's a vintage coyote. It's a full coyote head. It's the head, it's the ears, it's the nose, it's the whole thing. But it's vintage and it's satin lined. And this is like it's a shaman's headdress. It's got the feet, it's got the tail, it's got the whole damn thing. So
poor little coyote.
I know. And it's a small coyote. I would say this is probably a female. It's tiny.
They're pretty small in general.
Anyway, another thing, I had to rescue this, right? What are you supposed to do with it? So, but these sell, and I can sell this. So this, like, I'm going to sell somewhere for around $400. And this was picked up at the bins for like $2. So I feel like that was my good karma for picking up the other item. I just knew that it was Native American and I wanted to keep it. I don't know what the hell a bald eagle feather looked like until I got it home and went, oh crap, I don't think I'm supposed to have that. So I am happy that that is getting taken care of and sent to where it's supposed to be. That makes me happy. I didn't want to throw it away. I didn't want to be in possession of something I'm not supposed to have. I wasn't trying to be breaking the law. I knew I wasn't going to sell it as soon as I found out what it was. I wasn't even going to try. But anyway, I'm very happy that both of these items are going to get passed on to where they should be. So, oh, cool. So I'm glad that, so I don't know how they ended up dumped in the bins at Goodwill. God, that makes me mad. And I feel bad that somebody's possessions that they clearly kept for a long time because they were definitely old. I want to say 30s, 40s, 50s for all of these things. Got dumped in the bins. That makes me really sad. So, anyway, I also picked up this at the bins. This is just a vintage baby blanket. I would say 1940s, 1950s. It's a baby blanket that is hand embroidered. It's hand cross stitched. It has a couple of stains on it, and I have cleaned it, but it's still really cute, and someone will still want it. Even if I can't get it. We love baby. It is clean. Doesn't look like it is, but it is clean. That's all hand cross stitched on one side. And then the other side is flannel backed in like this old vintage. Again, this is why I say 40s, 50s flannel sports theme for like a little boy's room. Sportsing. So I've got this listed pretty high. I have it listed, again, bins, so like $2, $3. I've got it listed around $100. I think someone will buy it. I don't know what it will sell for, but I have it listed around $100, $125. I just think it's super cute. I love rescuing the older stuff.
Yeah,
I really do. So you want me to keep going?
You got more?
I do. I got clothes now. Or you want me to pause?
Well, I just got a little stack of t-shirts.
You want to do your t-shirts and come back to me?
Okay. Yeah. All right. First thing I wanted to show is this is more just like a be on the lookout for this kind of stuff. And if you watch this show, then you've seen me sell this kind of stuff before. But it doesn't really matter the brand. It's more about the pattern. This is very much like late 80s, early 90s surfer type shirt. This one doesn't even have a tag on it, although I do think it's Quicksilver based on kind of the design. But I always am able to get like anywhere from $40 to $60 for shirts like this. So don't pass them up, even if they have no discernible brand or tag or anything like that, because they sell really well, guys. And this one has like the cool, I don't know if you call that the high-low or whatever, where it's got like, it's longer in the back.
Yeah, just like an uneven hem.
Yeah, so I always pick this stuff up.
I'm glad I'm not in the Slammer too, Lori. Thanks.
Yeah. And then here's another one. Again, just some kind of bright colored pattern. This one has a tag, but it's like Bristol Bay Sports. It's not anything special as far as the brand goes, but this one is just vintage. And again, I sell these really easily, like 40, 50, 60 bucks. So if you find them,
I think they're so ugly, but I get
yeah, if they're only a few bucks, like you want to pick them up. All right.
I agree, Erin. I love selling vintage. There's a reason why I sell vintage. I really connect to it. Even though I don't wear it and I don't even decorate my home with it, I love it. I appreciate the history. I appreciate passing it along to someone else that's going to love it and appreciate it as well. And I love learning about things. While I'm learning about what I'm selling, I'm learning history.
Yeah.
So I find that interesting.
Speaking of wearing it, I think I need to wear this one.
You totally need to wear that one.
it's not black, but it is red, which is one of my favorite colors. So, but this is an awesome little shop of horrors. Says feed me on the front. Feed me, Seymour. Little shop of horrors. Now I paid like $50 for this. It's on a Screen Stars tag. It's not a super rare shirt. Like if you go look it up, there's quite a few other ones out there. Some of them have like specific productions and stuff like that.
I love it.
Stuff on them.
So is that from the movie or is it from a play? Or
well, the tag is 80s, which is when the movie came out. I don't really honestly know. It doesn't have copyright on it, but this is definitely like a shirt that was out there. So I paid $50 for it. I might wear it. Who knows? I might end up keeping it. I priced it high, but like I said, there's other ones out there. So I might just never sell
it in your rotation.
And wear it. It's a really cool shirt. And I love the movie. And it's one of my favorite slot machines. Going back to the slot machines, it's really fun. I like the slot machines that have fun stuff going on. And this is one that does. And we're in Vegas. So whenever we're in a casino, I usually end up playing that for at least a little bit.
Please don't mind my sniffling and my weird voice. I'm still, those of you that are just joining us, I am still battling some bronchitis. It is not the Rona.
Now I got a couple shirts that I really paid up for. This one is Clive Barker's Hellraiser. Now this is not the movie. This is actually a comic book that came out, and it says 1990 here. This was a comic book version, which was a very much acclaimed comic book. People who are fans of the movie really loved the comic book, and it's a great graphic on it. The tag says the copyright date is 1990. It's on the Stedman tag. So I actually paid $200 for this. Definitely paid up for it.
Use a big spender.
I know, but it's such a cool shirt, and it's pretty much dead stock that I couldn't like let it go. And so I'll sell it for, I have it priced way up, but I would sell it for $300, $400. I'll take my time with it, but it's such a cool shirt, such a great graphic. Very, very cool.
Oh, there's a little shop of hairdos in California. That's cute. Horror themed salon.
I like it. I bought this one at the same time I bought that Hellraiser. I like to buy like a lot of the stuff off the cheap racks where I'm paying $5-10. Like I went this week. I'm not showing any of the stuff from this week. I only spent like $300 and got like a bunch of pieces. But just basic bread and butter. But then
not everything's a $200 shirt. But
then I'll get like a couple of those bigger
couple
deals. Couple bangers. So this one's really cool. Another dead stock t-shirt, Weird Science. This is not the movie Weird Science, and this
almost looks like what's his face? Mars Alive right there.
Mars Alive. Okay, Mom. Mars Attacks.
That's it. Okay, Mom, shut up.
This is on a Hanes tag. This is from the 80s.
Listen, I'm heavily medicated, okay?
Yep. So Weird Science, it was a comic book series. I think it's originally from like the 50s and 60s, but then I think they put them out again in the 80s. And so this is the t-shirt. This is one of the covers of the books. But it's definitely the Mars Attacks kind of theme. It looks very similar to like the Mars Attacks. You see the UFO there. Just a really cool shirt. It's from EC Comics. And so it's on that Hanes tag that you see. Usually when you see this tag, it's going to be 80s. Sometimes it can be early 90s. This one,
Rebecca, we are in simpatico.
Yeah. This one I paid $100 for. I'll sell it for anywhere from $200 to $300. Just a really, really cool piece.
That is a really cool piece.
I like it.
Hopefully, Rebecca and you are both feeling better. In 2 weeks, we're going to be headed to the OC and definitely want to try to hook up with you guys if we can.
Sorry. No, I want to cough too. I'm just going to drink my water wrong. Yeah, there was a TV show called Weird Science. So there was the movie in the 80s, the original movie that had Kelly LeBrock. Man.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
And it also had Anthony Michael Hall when he was still a nerd and hadn't bulked up yet.
When he had his braces.
Yeah, and so, but there was, in the 90s, there was a TV show, Weird Science TV show. It was different actors, but it was the same story. I don't remember the song, but there is the Weird Science. Weird Science. Isn't that?
That's from the movie.
Yeah, that's from the movie, but it's Danny Elfman, but it's not Danny Elfman. It's his band.
I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know why my mind's suddenly Oingo Boingo. Anyway, So this, I mean, I don't know if this shirt is from like just the city of Stanford or if it's from the college. Obviously it doesn't have like the school colors, but it's just a cool all over print. It's like the one
Good old
size
Oliver prints.
Yep, one size fits all. It's on the Express tag.
Oh, it's from Express. That's a store.
I know. Thank
Well,
you.
I don't know if you ever shopped there. You're not a girly girl.
No, but my sister did. Anyway, single stitch, all over print. I think it's a cool shirt. I listed it under the school, like Stanford, just because I'm like, that's more like what people are going to be looking for as opposed to, I want to buy a t-shirt from the city of Stanford, California. So
probably
not. All right. Next up, I've got, I think this is a really cool shirt. I'm really curious about this tag because so the tag says Psycho. It says size 1. Like, what the hell is a size 1 t-shirt? But then it's made in the USA. So it's not even like it's like a foreign made t-shirt. So I have no idea what that means. I just listed it based on the measurements. But it says Psycho mountain bike team on the edge or just over it. It's got a great graphic. Again, I have no idea what the deal is. I couldn't find any information on this tag. In size 1, what does that mean?
If it flips, it ships. Good luck. Just lost their job Friday and Monday. Start your second job, full-time eBay. Look, you can do it.
Treat it like a job.
Treat it like a job. Work job hours. Work 8 to 10 hours a day if you have to start off and get yourself motivated and get the income coming in. I mean, it doesn't always have to be that you've got to work 8 to 10 hours a day, but if you're trying to replace an income or build yourself up to full-time income, you really have to treat it and work like a job, and you can do it. If you're not in our Facebook group, the Boss Group, the link is down below. Please join the group. You'll get a lot of motivation in there, and there are a lot of other people that have recently decided to go full-time or are working toward going full-time that you can, it's really important to have a bit of a social circle to bounce ideas off and to get some extra motivation from. So please go ahead and do that. It's definitely going to help you, but by the same token, don't spend too much time on social media or on YouTube. You've got to buckle down and do some work.
Absolutely. Set some goals. Having a set schedule is really important, I feel like, because there's certain things that you cannot put off. Like, a lot of people, they fall into the trap of like not listing the stuff that they source. So if you set a schedule for yourself where you're like, every day I'm going to list X number of items, or I'm going to take the pictures on this day, or I'm going to do this on that day. Having like that set schedule where you're doing the same things at certain times, I think is really helpful. And having goals. And if you have somebody like an accountability buddy or something, or even just doing a post in the Boss Facebook group where you're like, this is what I want to do this week. That's one way you can do it.
I don't know what grasshoppers have ears in their bellies mean.
Well, it's weird science. So she's telling us grasshoppers have ears in their bellies, and she's paying us $3.33 to announce that to the world. Because you know why? Because Dana's an effing weirdo too.
I love Danica. I miss you, girl. I can't wait for you to come back in October for our next in-person conference. Miss all you guys, actually. We had so much fun.
Yeah, we did.
This year, I definitely need to make sure that we have more time to spend time and not just be running things, because I want to spend more time hanging out with you guys. Because I feel like the whole Danica, Sandra, Jen, Allison crew had a F ton of fun, and I completely missed out, and I'm sad.
It's true.
Their pictures gave me total FOMO.
It's true. We were there, so it's like
I know.
we missed out.
Not close enough.
It's true. All right, and it flips it. Okay, I have a huge death pile. See, you're already like set up for success. So just setting some goals and figuring out a way to tackle it, and just hitting the ground running, I think you're going to be okay. But definitely good luck to you.
So Remix tickets, since the conference isn't until October, I'm not sure when we're going to put tickets on sale yet. I don't think we've really talked about it, but not before April.
No, probably May at the earliest. Maybe June 1st, but again, people who went last year are going to have first dibs. So there's going to be like a 48-hour window where they're only going to be available.
And we'll talk about it in advance, probably ad nauseum. Sorry already. But yeah, we've got to make sure everybody knows and the word gets out. So it will happen. What I suggest you do is go to the Remix website and sign up for the Get More Information. If you put your email address there, all announcements will be going out through email.
And follow on Instagram, the Boss Reseller Remix Instagram, because any stuff that we're publicly announcing is going to be there. Absolutely, for sure.
Through our channel, through Instagram, through the Boss Group. A multitude of ways to get the information, but I realize not everybody is online 24/7 and reading these things 24/7. if you sign up with the email and make sure that you check your spam folder, because it is a mass email that's going to go out occasionally. We don't do a lot. We've only sent like 3 total, I think.
Yeah.
You just know that that's how you're going to get the information.
Yep. All right, I got a few more shirts here. Next up, I've got Yosemite Sam. This is a nice big size too. It's like there's no tag, but it's got to be like it's like a 2X.
Oh, that's big. It's wide.
It's a Halloween one. Trick or treat, just
vermin.
fill the bag, you rackin' frackin' vermin. And I think it's really cute. I like the big giant graphic. It's a fun shirt. I paid like I don't know $25 for it tops, but.
Oh, Danica, you're coming when I move into my warehouse. You gonna move in? You can move into the warehouse.
Yeah.
I won't tell.
All right, last few pieces. I love this one. Dick Tracy Madonna t-shirt from the Dick Tracy movie. What was that?
Breath Miss Mahone.
Late 80s, 1990. I don't remember what year it came out. But it says, I always get my man. It's just an awesome Oliver Prince t-shirt. This from Disney movie. And this one I paid, what did I pay for this? I definitely paid up, but it wasn't like a crazy amount. I feel like I paid like $70, and I'm trying to sell it for a couple hundred.
I like that one too. If I wore vintage t-shirts, I'd wear the hell out of a lot of the ones that Katy gets. But here's the thing. I'm a girly girl, first of all. Not that there's anything wrong with that with t-shirts, but I'm a girly girl with big boobs. Vintage t-shirts do not fit me right. They look like big, boxy, weird things.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
That's why you like the baseball tees?
That's because they fit better. Yeah. Raglans fit better. If I had no boobs or little boobs, I could wear men's t-shirts and they don't look bad. I look like I'm wearing a tablecloth. It's not cool.
Well, here's a wolf tablecloth. This t-shirt, I love it. Wolfman, Universal Monsters, a great big head graphic. This is from 1991.
He really does have a big head. Did you see the head next to my head?
Yeah. It's from 1991. Maybe you just have a freakishly small head.
I really don't. I have a big head.
This is a nice size as well. It's on a Delta Tag XL. And this one I paid up a little. I think I paid like $70 for it.
You do it like the makeup artist too.
Yeah. So I paid like $70 for it. But I have it up for like $300. Probably sell it for at least $200. But just a great shirt, and I love me some Universal Monsters for sure.
You can tell I haven't talked to anybody but Katy occasionally for over a week because I'm like, and
the second we turn this off, you're gonna be like,
I'm gonna pass right out.
Yeah. All right, here is probably my favorite thing I've picked up in a while. And so I went in, this is from a couple weeks ago. I went into yesterday's fits and I looked through the racks and everything. And then Jesse was like, oh, you want to look in that box over there? Because he knows me. And that's what that the Wolfman t-shirt was in. But the other thing that was in that box that I was like, yeah, I need that right now is this shirt right here, Alien 3. Now, when you look up graphics and different, you're not paying attention.
I am. I had a question.
No, you wouldn't have known you had a question if you hadn't turned your phone on. Guys. Anyway, Alien 3.
You're lucky these are all clean.
Mm-hmm.
Keep putting them in my face.
Alien 3 t-shirt. This one is definitely one of the more controversial ones as far as being very divisive over whether it's good or not. A lot of people hated this movie, David Fincher movie. I love it. It's super depressing.
Nerd alert.
Definitely super depressing, but I love it. It's from 1992. But this, you don't find this t-shirt everywhere, this particular graphic. And I think that this is a Euro print. Well, I have on my listing, it's Euro because of this tag. You can't really see it. But I think that's like CCI. When you look it up, this same tag, they're all made in France. And you
Single
can tell
stitch.
It's got the tag and then it's got the little size thing right here. So this is like a European promo shirt for this movie. So it's kind of a
If you don't know how much she loves Alien, remember our dog's name is Ripley.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a weird graphic, like this weird clawed hand holding an egg with an alien in it. Anyway, I paid $150 for this, which is very, very good price from Jesse. And I have it listed for like $700. But
that's ridiculous.
I'm going to sell it for at least $400. That's my point. I got a message the other day. Somebody was like, so it's like I listed 1,000, so it's on sale for $699.90. This guy messages me, not a zero feedback buyer, and he's like, "Would you take 600?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so I send him the offer for 600, and I send him a message saying like, "I sent you the offer," and then nothing. And I'm like, I want that $600. Come on. So
come on, man.
But that's okay. I'll hang on to it for a while because this is a freaking awesome shirt. I love it. If it was smaller, I would wear it. But paid $150 for that. I'll get at least $400 for it.
How many more you got? You got a good haul. It's like I only got a couple of t-shirts. They're all bangers.
They're all bangers. Well, I'm going to show this one just because I think it's funny. So this one, it's very, very faded on the front, but it says Seagram's Golden Wine Coolers is what's on the front. You can barely see it.
Ooh, I like wine.
And then on the back,
wine coolers.
It says it's wet and it's dry. Now, the only reason I'm showing you this, first of all, this shirt,
it's holy. It's
this shirt is so worn
so
and
soft.
faded, like super soft vintage. But when I was looking this up, this was from like an 80s ad campaign, and Bruce Willis was like the spokesperson for it. So there's all these videos you can find, and they're always like him dancing around, singing, holding this like wine cooler. And
is that when he was on that show Moonlighting?
I don't know. It might have been because it was in the 80s. I had no idea.
Awful.
But anyway, I thought the graphic on the back was great. It's got holes everywhere. It's super thin.
What are you going to sell it for, and what'd you pay for it?
That one, I think I probably paid like $10 for it tops. But
what are you going to sell it for?
I listed it for at least I think I probably listed it for like $100.
Oh, that's a good one.
Last thing I have is No Fear. I always pick up No Fear stuff. I have a feeling this next year we're going to see No Fear stuff selling more again. That's just my little prediction.
I'm up there. I agree with you. I think No Fear, and I also think Etnies are making a comeback. I think the sneakers, the whole skate sneaker thing from the 90s, it was ramping up in the last couple of years. I think we're going to see it this year.
So I personally, I always pick up No Fear stuff because I've been feeling like it's going to pop off anytime. I've been saying that for a few years, so we'll see if it actually happens. But I do sell it. But this is probably like one of the best graphics I've ever found on a No Fear shirt. It says No Fear, Masters of a Dog-Eat-Dog World.
It's really crisp too.
Yeah, it's just
a nice shape.
It's just a really cool shirt. I love the graphic, and I'm hoping that we're going to see this go for big money this next year. But I mean, I have it listed for like $100 because I think it's cool. Anyway, that's it.
Is that your mic drop?
Yep, that's my mic t-shirt drop.
All right, I'm going to do just a few articles of clothing. I've got some vintage goodies I want to share. Not a ton because I did some fun hard goods earlier, but I wanted to show a couple of things that I'd picked up at the bins. This is one. This is a vintage Western. This is a women's blazer. And I say Western. You can't quite tell from it, but it's a long line blazer. And here's how you can tell that it's Western. You're going to look at, see the shoulders here? Big wide lapel. But if you look at the back, you can see the yoke, right? So the yoke, this is like a triple yoke in the back. And this is how you can tell it's Western. It's full polyester. It's unlined, but also this is the tag. This is a tag you want to look for, by the way. This is a great brand. As early as the 50s. I'm going to see if I can try to get it to focus on this. Sorry, it's crappy. It's not working. There we go. H-Bar-C, California Ranch Wear. It's a high-end, expensive Western type of clothing. I have a men's Western shirt right now listed for over $200 from that brand from the 50s. This is a little bit later. This is like probably late 60s, early 70s based on that big wide lapel. Picked that up at the bins. I paid maybe $2 for it. This also came from the bins. I guarantee it came from the same woman's closet. Same thing, 70s Lasso, Lasso, not quite as high end, but Lasso. This is also a long line vintage blazer, polyester. It's fitted, great rodeo wear. And this you'll see, this is how Crystal marks any flaws on items for me, just red tape. And we take photos and it's in the listing. And also I can double check when I'm putting stuff away to make sure that I caught it, just in case for some reason she misses it in a draft.
How many do you have left?
I need about 3 or 4 more.
Okay.
You want to go get Ripley?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's huge, you guys.
Guys, she's so big.
She's like 7 pounds now.
She's 7 pounds. She started at 2.5 pounds. We bought a little carrier, a little sling carrier to put her in and carry her in when we first got her to take her places. And then she was too small for it. And now she's too big. And so we never used it. All right. A couple more things. I got this in an reseller box. Again, I was one that I just opened. I can't remember if this one was from Lori. I think this might have been from you, Lori. I just opened this and I had it for a couple of weeks. This is a very tiny little dress, but it is a super cute, tiny mint, like a lime green border print dress in a size small. It's very 60s, even early 70s. It has a little bit of a corset lace up front and a metal zipper up the back. It's probably handmade. If it is, it's very well done. I paid on average $3 or $4 an item. This will probably be listed at about $75. Let's see. I'm not sure if this one came from the bins or if it came from one of my boxes that I've purchased. Again, I've been buying a lot of boxes. So Lori said that did come from her. So thank you. It's really cute. Katie's going to have to wait because I'm not being distracted by Ripley. So she's going to wait 2 more minutes so I can finish up here. This is also, this is a vintage 70s Pat Richards. Pat Richards made some very fun disco style dresses. That's what this is. It's got a little bit of a gathered Grecian look at the gathered shoulders with the tassel and a gold, but it's sheer. It's a sheer wrap dress, like a chiffon with like this big like sweep skirt. It feels almost like a nightgown, but it is not. It does wrap in the front and snaps at the waist. And this with a pair of gold strappy heels dancing around on the dance floor in Studio 54 would have been the shit, right? So I have this listed for, I think, about $85. And then I'm just going to show one more item just to give you guys a little heads up on some things to keep an eye out for. We've talked about it before. 90s and Y2K is super hot. Well, guess what's back, guys? Juicy Couture. I'm not even lying. Do me a favor and take a look at Juicy Couture terry cloth sweatsuits. You know the sweatsuits that had Juicy written across the ass that nobody ever looked good in, but everybody was trying to rock in the 90s with their really bad brown lip liner and frosted eyeshadow? They're back and they sell for a ton. And I could not give that crap away, nor would I have picked it up years ago, but now you want to pick it up. This is not a sweatsuit, but it is a vintage terry cloth Juicy Couture dress. It's like a little sundress, one shoulder sundress. And I've got this listed. I paid $4. I've got this listed for over $100, and I'll probably get $75 to $100 for it. I don't know why that style is back. I often question why things come back. But that is one that is back. And so keep an eye out for it. You heard it here. And now we have some Ripley.
She's real sleepy. She's real sleepy right now.
So she is just over 3 months old now.
Yeah.
4 months?
She's like, I'm just going to go to sleep here.
3 months.
No, she's over 4 months.
4 months. Yeah, she's 4 months old. She's about 7 pounds.
Mm-hmm. She's real tired.
She's got
a little black hoodie that I picked up when I went to get her more food at PetSmart, and I was like, oh, I'm going to see what clothes they have. And they had this tiny little black hoodie.
If you know Katy, you know that from fall until like April, she wears a black hoodie every single day. She's got a bunch of them, but she wears a black hoodie every damn day.
Yep. Black zip-up hoodie.
So now she's got a little black hoodie, just like Mama.
Yeah. So it's really cute. And it's got like the little kangaroo pocket on the back of it. And it was weird because it actually had like the pull string. I had to cut it out because I'm like, it hangs right down by the dog's face. So it's like any dog is going to be like trying to bite it off. She's like so cuddly right now. She does not want to get out of my neck.
Come here.
She's like, no, I'm trying to sleep.
Look at your fans.
Yeah, look at your fans.
Say hello.
She's like, no, I want to get in your neck. Anyway, she's real cute. You can see she's real tired right now. Look at this baby. Her little tail's wagging though.
She's been honestly the best thing. We've been so lucky. We chose such a wonderful dog. We were so lucky. We lucked out. She's adorable. She's sweet. She's got the sweetest little personality.
Mm-hmm. She's getting so big though.
And we both love her so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad that we got our third dog, and all of our dogs all get along really well now.
Yeah, Luna plays with her all the time, and Luna's lost quite a bit of weight because of it, which is good because she was definitely carrying around.
She was a little chunky.
A few extra pounds, which is not good for a little Chihuahua, and she's getting older. And then Grizz was pretty standoffish, didn't really want anything to do with her. And now at least once, if not twice a day, Grizz will have a full-on play session with her, and the rest of the time she tolerates her. But they're all good. They're all good together. But yeah, She's real. Look how long her nose looks in the video.
I know. She's real sweet. We're lucky. She's
Yeah,
not just super cute. She's really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
She's a good girl.
Very good girl. All right. So that's it, guys. We're going to wrap up, and I'll go put this baby back in her bed because she is sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. I interrupted her nap time, which, by the way, she'd been sleeping for over an hour before the show even started. So it's not even like she hasn't had enough sleep. She just wants more sleep.
She's like Mama. She likes naps.
Yeah, when she's sleepy, she's real cuddly. It's great. So like when she's sleeping during the day, it's a great idea to just go in and lay down on the couch because she'll immediately get up on top of you and want to go right back to sleep. And so it makes up for all the times when she's crazy, out of control, running everywhere, biting everything. Anyway, all right, we're going to go.
If it fits, it ships. Listen, since you're just starting out, I'm going to say give yourself a goal. Do 10 a day. 10 new listings a day to start off. If 10 is easy for you and you get 10 done in 3 hours, then make it 20. But a minimum of 10 new listings a day every day for this next week, for your first week. And good listings, good pictures, good photos, good descriptions, measurements, all that good stuff. 10 listings a day, make them 10 good listings. And you're going to start seeing the money come in.
Yep.
So I think you're going to be great.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we will see you next week. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Don't forget, the link is down below for the virtual meetup group, the Boss Virtual Meetup group. We're going to have our very first meeting on Wednesday, the 12th at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Come and hang out with us. It's going to be really fun. Yeah, that's about it.
That's it. That's all we got. Thanks for joining us. Happy New Year, everyone. This is going to be our year, right? Got it.
Sure. All right. Bye, guys.